Okay, so we're looking at a brand new Mr. Coffee 12 cup programmable coffee maker. You may have seen in some of my older videos, I'm not sure if I did a review on this or not, but this was one of my original coffee makers. They've updated the design on this one, but I'm not going to open this up. I'm just going to kind of talk about it real quick because I have a coffee machine already, which is the Ninja cold and hot machine. But if you're looking for a coffee maker that's basic, this is probably the way to go. It has delay, it has auto shut off, it has a heating pot below. The one I'm currently using uses a thermal carafe. This is a glass carafe with a hot plate that it sits on to keep everything warm. So it has an auto shut off. The one thing I don't like about my current one is it doesn't have an auto shut off. And the heating element is actually up here. Now I'm not sure if the heating element stays on while the power is on, but I mainly have to turn it on and off for the brew cycle. Why they don't have an auto off, I'm not sure, but there's no heat plate on this. So going back to the Mr. Coffee, this is a 12 cup. You can select the strength of the coffee. I think there's at least 2 settings, but I think there's 3. Oh yeah, there's 2 settings. So normal and strong. It's basic, push and hold. Brew later, this is your delay function. Brew now is an instant brew. Put your stuff in, hit brew now, and you're good to go. Yeah, so I mean, basically this is a really good, this is kind of like your standard percolating coffee maker. I would definitely stick with something like this versus you know, a no-name brand, because I have had no-name brands in the past and they just don't function properly. In fact, these electronics on the no-name brands would come on and off and they'd beep and flash and, you know, glitch out. So this is definitely a good go-to if you're looking for a coffee maker. Yeah, so if you look at the, again, I'm not going to open it up because I'm going to donate this, but if you look at this, this swings out, you put your filter in here. It's your standard, you know, 8 to 12 cup filters, the circular ones, not the cone-shaped ones. Pop it in and put your coffee in, you're good to go. You fill up the water in the back using the carafe. So measure out how much water you want, put it in. It's got a little reservoir window here so you can see how much water's in there, and just hit the brew now and it will cycle through all that water. There is no reservoir for holding water, so you have to fill this up manually every time, which is good because it doesn't let the water sit in there too long and get stagnant or moldy or whatever. But like I said, this is a very good one. I was almost tempted to keep this one and get rid of the Ninja, simply because of the hot plate. I like my coffee hot, and I find that after a, you know, hour or so, the thermal carafe starts cooling down pretty significantly, whereas this one would stay on, and I think it stays on for 90 minutes after the brew. I can't remember exactly, but it would stay hot. So kind of just depends on what you're looking for. This is definitely a good go-to. This is the model MMX23RF, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there it is right there. So there it is right there, the model number. I will put a link in the description if I can find it available online. These typically are picked up anywhere at Walmart's or Target's, think places like that. But definitely a good one. Check it out. All right, on to the next.